Hello YouTubers, today's video is the setup of my HiBoost RV cell phone booster. Now in setting up my antenna, I've moved it to several different locations. I started out by putting it on next to the front slide, and that didn't seem to work very well, and I'm kind of limited as far as antenna wire. Put it on the front part of my rear slide, and that was alright, but I still was looking for a better location and someplace where I could get the maximum amount of antenna wire. Then I moved it around. My next spot was actually on the very back, and I used the suction cups that I picked up at Harbor Freight, and I attached it to the window. It was okay, but my problem or my concern was if I get a good strong wind, the suction cups would work too well and cause damage to my windows. So my end result was taking a 20-foot extension pole, using clamps, and extending it up about 20 feet up into the air, and I've got it level with the bottom of my slide and resting on the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket. That seems to work pretty good. And not only that, I ran the cable of my antenna wire in through the back of my slide into the living room area. That seems to be the best of everything I have tried out. I think I'm going to stick with that for a while. Now this looks a little primitive, but I'm on the inside of my living room in my camper, and I've run my external antenna wire in through the slide seal. And I will kind of clean this up later on, but temporarily I've got it set to go around right behind where my swivel rocker is, and then it plugs into my booster. And then on the other end I've got my external antenna wire set up, and then this I'll show you right after I go into the next segment, where I put the internal antenna. In the meantime, my plug is right at the end of the centerpiece that goes in between my two swivel rockers. Also, it's the same outlet that I plug my Wi-Fi booster as well. And so this is how I've got it set up for the time being. After careful consideration and a lot of trial and error, I found the best location for my internal antenna would be just in front of my center console on my little file drawers, and that's right where I'll put my antenna, and then I'm usually sitting in the seat right next to it. And when I'm changing channels or watching TV or doing some Wi-Fi work, that way I can have the antenna right close to my phone. Now my other option is when I'm working in the booth on my computer, I can move the cell booster or the internal antenna up to the dinette, and then have that right next to my phone or next to the computer, and I can make my connections there when I'm doing YouTube or anything else similar to that. And then when I'm done, I just simply take the cable back and put it right back over on that little file cabinet or that little stand I have. Now, after turning on my booster and checking out my signal strength. It's not been much of improvement, but I have gone up 1 to 2 bars. Was getting barely 1 bar at all. And as they say, if you don't have any signal, you're not going to get any results with it after you turn it on. And I'm 0 to 1 bar, and I can get up to now 2 to 3 bars. And that's the most simple way to explain it, rather than go into the actual readings. I get confused with that as well, but by saying we've gone from 1 bar to 3 bars, that kind of explains enough to me. And this is in a very poor area where I live. Now I'm going to be doing some different experimentations as far as the placement of my internal antenna and my external antennas, then just to see how that works. I'll try to keep it in layman's terms because that's basically the only way I know how to explain it. I hope this demonstration helps you when you set up your new HiBoost RV cell phone booster. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.